Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial swords to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial swords to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can't hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! We are all Halloweened up here. Look at, he's a little lion. Isn't he cute? He's so handsome. He loves this lion outfit. You know, he really does. He doesn't keep it on for very long, but when it's on, it's really cute. It's really cute when it's on, isn't it, buddy? Yeah, he's like, well, I don't like to wear it too much, but isn't he cute? There it goes. There's the one right there. Oh, he's a little embarrassed by it. He's not a lion, but he's a tiger cat, actually. So this is Lewis. Hello. And I'm Miss Richfield 1981. Now I'm going to get you out of this, sweetie. Let me get you out of this. And we are welcoming you to the Bingo 107. If you can believe that. 107 of these we've done. And this is Bloodcurdling Bingo. There we go. He likes this outfit, actually, weirdly. There you go. Anyway, and I'm so tickled to have everyone here, and I'm all dressed up too. I know some of you are. All our guests are dressed up, and look at this. Woo! I've never looked so thin. I might start wearing this all the time. Isn't it crazy? Woo! I know. It's so much fun because it's very relaxing. It slacks, and then I feel like I'm being strangled, but that's part of the outfit. So anyway, it's super cute, super fun. And I want to bring on our guests to welcome our guests that have joined us for Bingo 107, Bloodcurdling Bingo. And we have got quite the group. Look at this. Look at this. If this doesn't frighten you, I don't know what will. Look at that. It's like a police and a cowboy and a mad scientist, Top Gun. And I always knew Tom Cruise was gay, and now it's and then Disneyland is joining us as well. That's everybody right there. So let's start with Ken and Michael, who are calling all the way from Minneapolis, and I'm here in Richfield. If I look out the window, you can probably see me. Look out the window and see if you can see me. I should look this way. Hey guys, can you see me? I'm waving. Anyway, hopefully, where are you in Minneapolis?
Very, very close to Richfield.
Really?
Right.
Because I remember this is very special because these are two friends of mine for many, many, many years. Michael, I think I've known you since, I don't even remember where we first met, but
I remember when we first met.
I'm afraid to ask. When did we first meet?
We met.
Now, bear in mind that children are watching this.
It's nothing dirty, unless I kind of wish it was, but it's not that dirty. But we met and we went on a date to Tejas in Edina on 50th in France.
Oh, that's why it didn't work.
And it was, yeah. And it was, I used
Nothing
to live
in
over by
Edina
Lake
has ever
California.
worked for me, ever. It has
We've
never
been friends
worked
ever
for me.
since, but my little wife here, she can tell you more.
Oh, your what? Oh, hang on. Lewis is tearing the place apart here. Lewis, my cat. And your beautiful wife, I met performing when I was new performing, Kendra, as I know you.
Yeah.
And I met, and we just became fast friends. And we're two gals that are still at it. You know, I think we met just after the war. And I remember a lot of details because it was quite a few years ago, if I recall. So thank you so much for joining us. So we'll chat more and catch up more later. But these folks are coming to us from right by my hometown there in Minneapolis, and then right next to them is Robert and Eddie, and they're coming to us from Santa Ana, California, which is right by LA, right? Is that
Orange County
LA?
south, like 45 minutes south of LA.
Are you at your house, Robert?
Yes.
Oh, because this is where I actually went to a party. We're going to show pictures later, but I went to a party at Robert's house. In fact, he hired me to be at a party at his house. I mean, and then stay at his house before I went on a cruise, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't that it? Or was it after the cruise? I think it was before the cruise.
Before. We had lunch in Laguna Beach. And when you got here, we had the party. And then I took you to the cruise ship.
And we had such a great time. So we're going to look forward to talking to you two. I don't remember Eddie. Was Eddie at the party?
I was, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Listen, I would think I would at least remember that voice. Well, anyway, we'll chat more about California and everyone's on drugs and all that. We'll talk about that. And then Eric and Sean are looking very, very fabulous. And this is what it looks like in Wichita. It makes me want to move to Wichita.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have never been to Wichita, but I would like to maybe make a trip now. I mean, it's looking pretty appealing. And so you two, what keeps you in Wichita? What are you doing there? You working or family?
Yeah,
or?
I work in aviation.
Clearly. It's not just a
It's the
costume.
aviation capital of the world. So
Is it?
yeah,
Wichita?
Yeah.
Wichita.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that is just excellent. Oh, I can't wait to chat more about that. And then now hang on a minute, because along with these guys from Wichita, because we've got kind of all corners of the country covered here, because we also have Angela with us. Hi, Angela. How are you? And Angela is from Amherst, New York.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, Buffalo. Oh, that helps. Yeah, because I've never heard of Amherst, New York. I've heard of Amherst, Massachusetts, but not Amherst. And your outfit is stunning.
Fabulous.
I mean, I feel like it's a little reminiscent of me. You weren't trying to.
And I got Lewis to do a photo shoot for me.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Show me that one more time.
Naomi and Yvonne, they
Oh, Naomi and Yvonne, they're with us tonight, by the way. Let's show me that thing one more time. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Fantastic. Wow. And I'm not talking about the decal. I'm talking about you. Fantastic. Oh, my gosh. And so that is beautiful. Kendra, can you believe the rack on her? I know. Like, combined, really. Neither of us are remotely that blessed. That's fabulous. And then also Craig and Ginger have joined us tonight. And Craig and Ginger are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We love Baton Rouge. You know why? Because it's the land of the Reverend, right? The Reverend, what's his name?
Jimmy Swaggart.
Jimmy Swaggart, that's right. I couldn't come up with his name right now. Jimmy Swaggart, right.
Forget
and you know what? You look fabulous. And what are you, a mad scientist or?
Well, I don't know if you recall, but I saw you just the other day.
Oh, look at that finger man. Hairy finger man.
That's right, hairy finger.
So I think that it sort of indicates you're Jewish, I think. Isn't Finger Man Jewish? I think. No? Okay, I thought that was Jewish. Oh.
And then,
But
then
you-
we have the wiener here too.
Bravo. That's what makes the outfit right there. That's fantastic. So it's a silly outfit and a meaningful outfit all at the same time. Well, thank you guys so much. Hang on to your hats and your wigs and so forth, because we're going to be right back. I have to talk to Chris, because Chris is the master of everything. And he actually is the ringleader today. He's the ringleader. So bring him on in and you'll see what I'm look at that. He's the ringleader.
Hey, Miss Richfield. It has been too long.
Ever since we talked, we used to talk twice a week, and then it was once a week, and now it's only once a month. And a lot of people don't realize I don't see you otherwise, because I'm, in Minneapolis, and you're down, or Richfield, and you're down in Florida, and we really don't see each other. I see Joe sometimes, once in a blue moon, but because he lives in the Twin Cities, but I never see you.
But everyone keeps telling me how they keep seeing you on cruises and shows. Everyone I run into, so I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I'm down there sometimes, but I'm usually running from the airport to the ship. I don't even have time to swing into Rosie's and see John and all my friends at Rosie's. I don't even have time to do that. I just usually have to go right to the ship and get on and get off. And I did that in LA. We just had a wonderful cruise in LA, and then a week before that, we did a week in the Dominican Republic. And you know how I feel about the third world. I love it. And enjoy it for a week. I'm glad to get there. I'm glad to leave, So anyway, so tell us what we're doing now this week, because this is 107.
That's right, our 107th bingo.
I know. Can you believe
it? Crazy.
I know. I'm a little.
So whether this is your first, whether this is your first or your 107th, we welcome you to join us on playbingobonanza.com, because there you can not only watch along and chat, but you can also play 3 games of bingo, 3 cards, 9 chances to win. When you win, you get a gift certificate to the Miss Richfield Red Bubble store, which is perfectly timely for your holiday shopping. So you get all these fabulous gifts for someone you love or for yourself, because you should love yourself too. Either way, whoever gets it's going to be happy.
I didn't even think about that, Chris. It is a perfect time, because the holiday. And what's so weird is the older I get, the faster the holidays come up. Remember when you were a kid and it was just like, oh, it's never going to get here. It's never going to get here. Now it's like I mark on my calendar to go buy gifts. As if I don't mark it on the calendar, I won't buy it. It'll be like Christmas and I won't have any gifts.
It's crazy. But there is one more chance, by the way. If you're not so lucky at bingo, you can still be lucky by sharing bingo. If you just hit the share button and share it on Facebook, we draw a random winner who also gets a gift certificate. We all make new friends. It's a win for absolutely everybody.
It's a win-win-win-win-win.
It's a win-win-win-win-win. And while you're playing, if you're enjoying bingo, if you're having a good time, you are welcome to send along a little tip for Miss Richfield. You can do that along the bottom, any amount that's comfortable for you. Or you can also Venmo or PayPal or wire transfer or put coins in the mail. Any way you want to do it, we absolutely
send cash. We don't care.
It makes it possible.
Yeah, any way we can get it, we'll take it. And it still takes 5 of us to crank this baby out. And because we have Bob, our wrangler, the guy who helps us keep that end of it together. You, whatever you do, I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Not figured out yet either.
Important. Camera time, we have to pay. And then Joe, who makes it look like a television show. And Matt, my manager, who gets a percentage. I mean, his job is to play. Right, that's his job. So anyway, but there's anyway, and so this is very exciting. Now, did we miss anything? I think we're all ready to go.
I think we are good and ready for our first game of bingo.
I think we are too. And the really exciting thing is that Naomi, it's so nice here. It's actually moderate weather. It's when it gets cold in the fall. I mean, I don't need to tell you this because cold for you is like 60 degrees down there, right?
75.
And it's chilly, right? And then later in the spring, 60 degrees is like not bad at all. So it's a little chilly down in Minnesota, but not terrible yet. And so they're outside. In fact, they're sitting outside right now. They're waving at me. They're drinking the single malt liquor. And there they go. And then they're going to open the first game. That's Yvonne. Now, Naomi is the one who does the harp, and Yvonne hits the gong with her metal hook because she only has one arm. But she put bumpers on the Ford plant, and so that one arm is a good one. So we're going to do just regular old bingo, okay? Just plain old, everyday, regular bingo. Not complicated, easy, right? Because you can get 5 across, 5 up and down, 5 diagonal. Make sure you mark the free space. Mark the free space. Everybody mark the free space. Mark it right now so that you then you already feel like you've got, you can see you've already got one. Let me get organized here. Hang on a minute. This is always backwards. Okay, there we go. It's a little conflict. There we go. Everything's backwards here. You know what I'm saying? Not Richfield in general. Just there we go. Just the way that we project it. There we are. Now it's working. Beautiful. And my friend Lewis, he's going to come around here in a minute, I think. And and then Ruth is here. Of course, Ruth always makes sure we play fair. And I know for a lot of you, you're wondering, should you be gambling? But I want to remind you on this Halloween that there are a lot of verses in the Bible that talk about gambling, but there's not a single verse that mentions bingo in the Bible. So it is okay. Now, you know, if you get the very first number, that means it's going to be lucky for the rest of the night, because the first number means you're going to be lucky, not just this game, but the whole rest of the night. And then if you get it, you go, whee! Okay. And tonight, if you've got B6, you can give yourself a whee! B6. Yeah, B6. There we go. B6. Yeah, there we go. And and Lewis is right over here. Lewis, why don't you come over and say hello? You know, if I had some TREATs, why don't you come over here instead of sitting over there? So N32. Oh, look at that. Craig has got it. N32. Look at Craig and Brad. Oh, hi, Brad. Oh, Brad is recovering. He said he's getting better. Hey, Natalie and Ryan. These are all my old friends. And Fester and Eric and Kevin and Casey and Noelle and Larry and Diane and Sherry and Russell and Eric and Derek. Oh, Eric and Derek. Those good. LaDonna and Facebook and John and Barry and Wendy. Oh, hi, Wendy. Amber, Mark, Barbara. Gosh, Dominic, everybody. Lord, everyone's going to be lucky tonight. How about you, Lewis? Lewis? Oh, here he comes. Here's Lewis. There he is. There you are, buddy. We were looking for you. Hey, buddy. Hi. So anyway, well, let's get to talking to Ken and Michael, if we could, because Ken and Michael are here right in close to Richfield. And friends of mine for so many, many years. 71. And I want to show you Ken, also can be known as Kendra sometimes. Ken is actually a nurse. Look at that. Look at that beautiful picture of you. Was that years ago or was that recent?
That was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow, 3 or 4 years ago. That's fantastic. Look at you. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And the picture now, you've got a big crown on and all that. And because you work with the Imperial Court, it's the Imperial Court of the Ice Castles, isn't it?
Yeah, we do a lot of fundraising here locally, and then it's part of a larger international group.
Yeah, and then now the just married thing, look at that. And Michael is retired. But you had a pandemic relationship, right? Is that where you guys kind of decided to make it happen?
we did make it happen. Yeah.
Oh, you did make it happen.
During the time when the governor said don't commingle, and well, oops, we did.
Right. And then you thought, well, we've gone this far. Probably going to die. So we might as well get together, get married.
We've been together ever since.
Isn't that cool? That's awesome. But now, did you start? But you dated before that, didn't you? You knew each other before that
for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, because that's what I remember. I remembered it was before the pandemic that I knew you guys were kind of dating. 68, and I'm so tickled. And then, Michael, I didn't realize you were retired. What did you do before you retired?
What didn't I do? Well, I used to work many, many years ago. I worked at Midwest Federal in downtown Minneapolis. I don't know if you remember that place. Circa 1980 to 87, but my very last
savings and loans were all still open. I-22. Look at Lewis.
Exactly.
Look at Lewis.
Oh,
Look at you, buddy. You're so cute, aren't you? So you were working that's right. You worked at a bank, and then tell us about your wedding. So you went to N31. You went to Vegas, right? To get married?
I surprised him. We were at breakfast one morning, and I said to him, I said, Ken, I'm going to need like 45, what did I see? 45 minutes to an hour of alone time. And in his eyes go like, what do you need alone time for? It's like, are you sick already? Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Especially in Vegas.
And so I made some arrangements to get married that night. And then we had the driver came to pick us up that night. And I went around to his side of the car and I said, don't say anything, but take us to the wedding chapel in a secret. And he was really quiet. And it turned out, it just all worked out perfectly because I had ordered. You can say now.
There was flowers. The whole thing was set up, and
oh my gosh,
wedding chapel and
G51. So he went. You did all that. You ordered flowers and all that
over the
stuff?
phone. Yes, and I was and I'm kind of insane to begin with, so it all worked out somehow.
Yeah, he's a little insane, folks. I can verify that.
Yeah,
we hung out a few times. I know how crazy you are. And that's really wonderful. We have so many mutual friends, Scott Mayer, so many other dear friends who have created wonderful events. And these two over here are very active in the community. If, Ken's performing, Michael's oftentimes going to things or on boards for helping out. And it's really wonderful. I-18. We all love to hear that, don't we? So, so then you got married. And then it was just the two of you? So do they have other people stand up for you and witness it?
It took 2 minutes. There was two people working there and they were the witnesses and, signed, sealed, delivered, done and out of there in probably 5 or 10 minutes, including the photographs.
That sounds like my kind of wedding. I would go to a lot more weddings if they were that long.
Exactly.
Yes.
And show us the picture one time, Joe, one more time. Because look how cute that is. Because you're in front of a Volkswagen or something, aren't you? In front of some kind of a...
Yeah.
Oh, just married. Was that in the chapel? That's cute.
It was right outside the teeny tiny little chapel.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at you guys. And then you don't have to worry about... Because, you would have had a hard time figuring out what to wear.
Exactly.
If you had time to think about it. I mean, look at that beautiful gown. And you have I-16. Did you have now, Kendra? How long have you been doing dressing up like a lady?
As of today is 30 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So you started when you were 32, 33. How old were you when you started?
Miss Richfield.
She started when she was 2.
Sorry. My math was off on that. I meant to.
They don't teach math in Richfield.
No, public school math. Sorry, folks. Public school math. This is how it goes. G54. That is so cool. And that's wonderful. All the work that you guys do, though, at the Imperial Ice Castle, Imperial Court of the Ice Castles, I think. Is that it? Right? And were you ever elected as a queen? Did you ever get an elected thing? G48.
I've been Empress twice, 6 and 26. So 20 years apart, I was.
Wow. That's pretty special.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty fantastic. Everybody. 072. And so now, is there anything coming up in the Twin Cities we should announce, Kendra? Is there anything? I know there's a new venue for performers, Roxy's Place or something, right?
Roxy's, Nina
Roxy's
D'Angelo.
Cabaret.
Yeah, Nina D'Angelo, our good friend Nina, is.
Oh my God!
Is
she still around?
Not been.
No, I know that. And 39. Nina's a friend of ours. We like to tease. But that's really great. So Nina's running the show there.
Yep.
Wonderful. Okay, Lewis found the treats. Hang on. Lewis found the treats. Doesn't take him long. N43. Now, okay, here we go. And have you ever played bingo? Did you ever host a bingo as Kendra?
Yes, years and years and years ago.
Thank
the balls
God.
kept flying all over the place. I had a hard time keeping track of the balls.
And where was this? 067.
I want to say it was at the Brass Rail years and years ago.
Brass Rail. So you started out someplace classy. Right. If you don't know what the Brass Rail is, it's classy. I think we just leave it at that. It's right next door to Augie's. Oh, look at the spooky. Look at the spooky bingo. Oh, this is now. Do you guys know Joe Whitus? Do you guys know Joe? He's in the Twin Cities. He lives in the over on 3rd Avenue in the Stevens Park area.
Oh, okay. I used to live over there on 3rd Avenue.
Yeah, and so he lives over there.
In Stevens Square.
Yeah, it's near Stevens Square. So that's who's running all this, just very close. So look at us all in the Midwest making it happen. So let's bring Chris in because Chris always announces our winner tonight. And so let's find out. Chris, how are you, darling?
I'm good.
You're fabulous.
Thank you. Our lucky winner is from right here in Oakland Park, Florida. It's the Reverend Jim Cunningham.
Wait a minute. The Reverend Jim Cunningham. I feel like I know him.
I know he's won before.
Right. I feel like I know him. We got to look him up. Okay, you got to look him up when you're off the air here. But hang on. Hot dog.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
I am grabbing my balls and I am playing, and you can see Lewis is helping again because I moved the treats, and so now he's going to be looking for them someplace else, right? Where could those treats be, Lewis? And so what I want to do, though, is I want to thank you all for joining us again. And you know, the only reason we can do this is because of you folks who are so generous. And we have something called the Bingo Boosters. And those are people that have been generous with us. And you know what? This is just a sampling of people. We try to rotate the names through because many of you are faithful each week. And so we want to thank Keith. Thanks so much, Keith Ackerman, and Gerard Bertolino. What a great name, by the way. I think I finally may have gotten that right. And Daniel Borges, however you say your name, Daniel, thank you. Jack Bolton, Sherry Brown, who was very generous this week. We already got your donation. Thank you, Sherry. She's a nurse in Rhode Island, but also travels to other places. She's amazing and comes to see me in P-Town. Noah, thank you so much. I love your name. Jennifer Dunn and Paul Goodman, Paul and Pat saw me this summer, and I know Paul his mom passed away, and I think she passed away. She was like 103, something like that. God bless her. Isn't that wonderful to celebrate her life? But challenging times, right? Nevertheless, Craig, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Hillard. And if you could take the second column, Chris, then that would allow me to prepare for this next exciting game we've got coming up.
Of course, it would be a great opportunity for me to say a big thank you to Brian King. He has been such an amazing supporter for so long and someone I consider a friend. So thank you, Brian, as well as Douglas Lieb and Carl May. Thank you to Jerry Popoulis and Charles Porter. And of course, Eric Riker, another longtime supporter, and Jan Russell and Trisha Schmierners, as well as Scott Straka. I think that's how you say that last name.
I think
we
so too.
Appreciate absolutely everybody who's supported us on this game and in the past. And if you haven't had a chance to give, you can certainly do that by clicking the links on the bottom, by Venmo, by PayPal. Again, we appreciate it any way you do it. And even if you can't afford to give, we're happy that you're here. And it's not too late to share on Facebook because we're going to award that winner here after the next game.
That's right. Because you still have time to share. And we also want to remind you that we're coming, we do it once a month now. We're coming up on the holidays. So the next bingo is going to be Monday, November 28th, right after Thanksgiving. So perfect time. You've just spent time with your relatives and your friends and so forth. And you can express your gratitude by coming to bingo and having fun and doing something for you for a change. And that is going to be Holiday Balls Bingo, where we get it all dressed up in our holiday outfits. And we do that. So I hope that you'll join us. And look what I have, Chris. Look what I have. The magic mirror. And look at the magic mirror has some extra, this was added recently. This cat was added maybe about half a year ago. And look we've got more cats. And you know why? Is because the magic mirror was almost destroyed last time we did bingo because of this guy right here, who, by the way, has found the treats. Look he found the treats. I'll give you some treats right now. How about that, Lewis? So anyway, he jumped off the table, landed on this, which was sitting precariously on the floor, and he ended up breaking it in two. So we had to sort of do some surgery, and these little clips are holding the whole thing together. But it is a magic mirror. It's still, and what's that so remarkable? Because, you know, a normal mirror would be ruined. It would be destroyed, you know, if you dropped it on the floor. And but a magic mirror, no, look at that. It's still, it works just perfectly. And I can see, you know what? I'm seeing Jamie in. Hi, Jamie. And Jamie in Nebraska, my friend Todd's sister. And Steven, happy Halloween, Lewis and Miss R. That's my hairdresser. That's one of my hairdressers in Minneapolis. He's married to a guy named Steven. So it's easy, Steven and Steven. You can always get that right. Happy Halloween, Eric Riker. Hi, Eric. I know you so well. Jorge, who's in Palm Springs. Hello, Jorge. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Eric, yeah, magic mirror. Look at that. I love that. And then Derek, Kobe, happy Halloween. Oh, Eric and Eric. That's right, the Chelsea Gays. And one of them is on Broadway right now, I think. He's very talented. They're both lovely. Amber LeMay, treats for your tricks. Oh, and there was more to that message that I think we don't have to read. But Amber LeMay, there it is. Oh, from Beaver Pond, Vermont. I just saw Beaver. I wasn't sure what the rest of the message said. But she's still on Sunday nights, Amber Live. Go look at her. She's always got an interesting show. I tune in as often as I can, and I see the replay if I don't have time to go. Greg, great to see you, Miss Richard. Good to see you, Greg. And also, hi, Mark. Good to see you. And Craig C. from Baton Rouge loves Miss Richard. And Curtis Rock, Kurt and Paul from Rochester, Minnesota. Home of the Mayo, and Casey from Hamilton, Massachusetts. Brian, hi, Brian. How are you? All the way coming to see you in New York on Friday. Oh, good, because it's going to be a great show at the Triad. I'm at the Triad, which is on 72nd between Amsterdam and Columbus. Let me do a plug for myself before we go on. This Friday and Saturday. Okay, this coming Friday and Saturday. If you know anyone in New York, there's still seats available. Super fun. It's kind of by Lincoln Center. If you know where Lincoln Center is, it's not there, but close. And then happy Halloween from Gary Buck. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. And Dominic Manello, only greenies for Lewis. Oh, wait a minute. Only greenies for Lewis. What else did he say? And then, yes, and Dusty can have anything he wants because Dusty only weighs 6 pounds at this point. So Dusty can have as many treats as he wants. Barbara, I am here for the booze. I love that. Happy Halloween. John, hey, John Taylor, how are you? From Texas. Thanks for doing the 107 times. You know that. Some of you have been here for 107 times. Russell D, I love the first name. Happy Halloween from Astoria, New York. Dear God, the cat's breaking things again. And then Greg Holloway, hi, from Wakefield, Massachusetts. A lot of my friends in Matt. And Natalie, hi, Natalie, from Exeter, I believe. And Eric, hi, Eric. And Ryan Goslin and Jeff, hello, from Rehoboth Beach. Love Rehoboth Beach. Jeff is very famous. He was in my studio. Oh, wait, I went too fast. I missed one show. Sorry. So there it is. Lucas Silva. We can't miss Lucas. He's calling from Brazil, for crying out loud. That's probably an expensive hello in the mirror. You're paying long distance on the magic mirror. Sue. Hi, Sue. And Trent. Happy Halloween from Lisbon. Wow. Lisbon's a long ways away. I've been to Lisbon. That's a beautiful place in Portugal. And then Karen. Hi, Karen. Happy Halloween from Gail and me and Mentor, Ohio. Yeah, we don't get enough messages from Ohio. Brian Court. I know you guys. Hi, Brian and Rain. Wendy, Jerry, and Stella. And Noel. How are you, my dear? I hope you're well. Tony. Hi. And Russell. Oh, look at that. Notice that Gary Buck is no longer. Oh, Illyria, right? He isn't. So why am I pronouncing it? He's not there anymore, thank God. And Rains was on my ship with me last week. Hi, Rains. And then somebody I missed, and Jim and Jeff Brand. Jeff, you know Michael and Ken from Minneapolis, too. He's in Palm Springs now. And I'm missing these people. Wendy, sorry. Hi, Wendy. Trick-or-treaters. Christopher Scott from Minneapolis. Mark from, God knows where. Tim, hi, Tim. And Christy Stiles. And Barry Elk. Oh, these Brad. Hi, Brad. We know Brad. And Jeff. And Margaret. Wow, is she watching? Shannon McCarthy, hello from the Mile High City. We know where that is. Facebook user. Okay, well, that sounds general enough. And that just means everybody that's watching on Facebook, right? My mom and me. And Ghost Hostess. How about that? In Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, wow, that was a lot. Look at that. At Baltimore, Maryland. Look at that. Happy Halloween. Gail. Hi, I miss Gail. Hi, Gail. And yeah, some of them, they go by so quickly because the magic mirror, I have to be really careful because, it's broken. And so every so often there's interference now that didn't used to have. So it gets a little I have to really zoom in. And then, and Larry Blum from North Cherokee and Fountain, who was on the ship with me. And Jerry, that's the one I missed. Jerry, thank you for coming back, Jerry. Anyway, and so the magic mirror goes on. Anyway, and there's the cat. Hello, Lewis. How are you, buddy? He's wondering where those fruits went. So anyway, well, let me put this down. Anyway, and because we really should get on to it now. This is very exciting. We got more visiting to do with our friends, and we've got several more friends to talk to. But I do have to also tell you, we've got a dance coming up. Okay. A dance that you can do at home as well, a Halloween dance, which is super fun. But for this next game, it's our special Halloween game. And every time we do a theme, I always have a special game for game 2. This one is H is for Halloween. Look at that. H is for, I almost forgot. Lovely. Thank you, ladies. H is for Halloween. Wait. It's Yvonne with the hook. Yeah, she really makes that gong go. So anyway, so let's first of all bring on Eric and Sean. And we're only calling I's and G's, as you can see, I's and G's. And then, hi, Chris. Oh, Chris was in there too. Chris would work with your group, wouldn't he? I think he would work.
We'll take him. We'll take him.
Yeah, right. In a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're only doing I's and G's, okay? Because you mark the free space and you get those I's and G's and you make an H. H is for Halloween. I's and G's. I's and G's. What colors are those? I's are red and G's are green. So just red and green. Those are the only ones we're going to call. So hang on a minute. G57. So anyway, so how long have you two been together? You're just darling.
It'll be 10 years in July.
10 years in July. And Eric, you're a banker?
Yeah, I work for a bank. I'm an attorney.
Oh, wow. Well, you sound happy about it. So that's
yeah.
G59. G59.
If you got an opening somewhere else, I'll be happy to talk to you.
I might. You never know. If you promise to wear the uniform?
I'll wear whatever you want.
Yeah, you might have a job. I wish we could call this, but unfortunately we can't. We'll acknowledge it, though. We have to acknowledge the 069. In fact, I'm going to even blow the 069 whistle. Just because of you two. Here we go. Hang on. Which is that is the 069 whistle. Yeah. Sometimes you don't even get a chance to do that. Here's an I18. So anyway, and then Sean, you're the aviator.
Yes.
What is that? What is an aviator? Before you say
I
anything.
work in aviation.
G54.
So I do contracts for aviation company.
Contracts.
Yes.
For aviation companies. So you both have really interesting jobs. Sounds like both a lot of follow-up on these jobs. You know what I'm thinking? Since your jobs aren't that interesting, I find your look is very interesting though. So I'm thinking when we do the dance, maybe you could do a little something extra.
Okay.
If we get enough, maybe you could promise if we get enough people donating to our bingo, maybe you could just open that up just a little bit when we do the dance, which is right after this. Do you think that you'd be up for that?
That would be a possibility. Yeah.
Go to the gym, clearly, don't you? You look like two people who don't have that much else to do in Wichita. You must be going to the gym, aren't you? I would hope anyway. G46. Now, what's the best thing about Wichita that you had that flight thing. Okay, so you already said that, so that doesn't count. But what would you say would entice people to come to Wichita that maybe nobody else knows about?
Me,
Sean.
I-22. Yeah, you have to answer faster than that. I-22. Okay, now, what do you think?
It's just a very nice place. He's got a very handsome guy here.
Right.
It's cheap. It's cheap living.
It's a cheap place to live.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot to come here for. No.
Well, maybe we should just go back to that flight thing again. It's the world's flight museum or something, or flight center.
It's the air capital of the world.
Oh, the air capital of the world.
So all the business jets get made here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then we do a lot for Boeing here.
Oh,
Like the 737 aircraft is built here.
Oh, yeah, they did a real nice job on that.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy.
So yeah, that lawyer, you should be involved in that 737 thing.
Yeah, 737.
That's when I decided I'm only taking the Greyhound. When those things started dropping out of the sky, those 737.
Well, it's all fixed.
After the body count got up to like 600, I thought, I think I've seen enough. I'm taking the Greyhound. Hang on a minute. I-17. So hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere, because I want to bring Robert and Eddie in just to sort of balance it out, because they are sometimes known as real people out there in LA. I'm kidding. You're not real people. Not if you're from LA. But Robert and Eddie. Now, Sean and Eric, do you have a party at Halloween? Are there other gays in the Wichita area at all?
Other gays, but this is our party. You.
Oh, this is it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of thought this was it, but I didn't want to be rude and just act like this.
You're right. You're right.
But, in Santa Ana, where Robert lives, we had a really fun party. And you have some pictures, don't you, Robert, of the party?
I sent them to, there you go.
Oh, look at this, you guys. And there's a picture. There's you. Well, first of all, go from left to right. So there's you in fatigue pajamas.
That was me at your first pajama party in your audience.
Oh, that was the pajama party we had for our pandemic thing. And look at, he has a backyard. Almost nobody has a nice backyard like that in LA. And so I know Robert doesn't look like he has money, but clearly he has money. And so, and then look at Leslie Jordan. Where did you take that picture? Our friend Leslie, if you aren't caught up in the news or you don't know a lot about that, but Leslie Jordan was on a wonderful star of what's the name? Grace. Will and Grace. I wasn't coming up with that. Thank you. Will and Grace, where he played a hilarious character, reoccurring character. He was also on that wonderful show with Vicki Lawrence and some of those other guys. It only lasted a season, but it was really cute. And then most recently, he was on a very successful Cat, right? Very successful.
Call me Cat.
Call me Cat. So, and we lost him this last week. Very, very sad about that. The world really lost a funny man. And we don't know exactly what happened, but God bless him. It seems like it happened fast. And so, he was such a dear man. I would hate to see anything happen to him that made him sick. So I'm glad at least, you know what I'm saying? He was such a sweetheart and such a funny man. Where did you meet him? Where did you take that picture?
We had a reception for him at Gay Days at Disneyland.
Fun.
He was the sweetest guy you ever met. So it was
right.
A little private thing before the weekend, and he was hilarious there too.
And that would be perfect for Disneyland. Would be perfect for him because he's like a child size.
Yeah.
He was just this itty bitty guy. Well, how tall was he? Like 5 feet tall, wasn't he? Or 5'2" or 5'1" or something?
He was like 4'8".
Yeah, he was just itty bitty. He was such a great guy, and he really made his comeback during the pandemic with his wonderful work. Funny work.
And you that got me through the pandemic.
Oh well, I don't want to be. I mean, I don't come close to what he did. He was like amazing. He's so funny, but we had fun nonetheless, and he's a great guy. And then there's a party. That's the party that we all went to, right?
That was last year Halloween at my house.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. We had such a great time. And then your dogs, your beautiful dogs. And what's the one that's on the bottom, the Chihuahua? That's the size of. He looks like he might have eaten 2 other Chihuahuas.
That's Lucky. He's a rescue.
Lucky, the rescue dog, who, by the way, is very lucky and super cute. Do you have a dog or anything, Sean and Eric, or anything else? You don't need to, do you? You're beautiful. You don't need anything else. I know. Robert needs those 2 dogs. You need nothing. I know, absolutely nothing. And then Eddie, what's the story with you?
This is Eddie's dog.
So that's my dog right there. That's City.
Oh, look at
She's
that.
a little Maltese.
I-19. Here, we got to keep going here. I-19. How old is she?
She will be 2 in January.
Oh. And then Sean and Eric, do you have anything other than each other, just in Wichita, just the two of you?
Eric has a daughter here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, how old's the daughter?
My daughter is 27. She just graduated from optometry school, so she's a doctor now. So she's
so
my
that's a lot of
retirement age.
responsibility. When they get to be 27, that's a tricky age, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. What do you buy them when you're 27? I-28. That is wonderful that you have a daughter. And she lives close by?
2 miles down the road.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful. And she likes gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so you might be a grandma, a granddad, and a grandma.
One of these days, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, that would be exciting. And then Eddie, now you're what do you do?
So I'm also in banking. I'm a financial advisor, and yeah. So I try to help people not freak out right now with the market being so volatile.
Oh, are you doing that too, Eric? Are you also trying to?
Exactly.
Trying to keep people from like panicking. You see, this is why it's good to have money, because then you don't panic. Like, don't worry about it. Like Yvonne, and it's just I just make sure that there's some, I run to the store, get the cheapest malt liquor I can find, throw it out there. Everything's fine. It's all good. Don't forget we're making an H. G, everybody, G49, G49. Well, that is fantastic, you guys. That's really lovely. And what else was I going to? Oh, and then so why are you here, Eddie? What is the story? Are you and Robert dating now?
Yeah, for about a month now. No, so Robert is my new roommate and best friends with my boyfriend, actually.
Oh, this sounds complicated. All right.
Yeah.
Eric,
California, so it kind of has to be.
Yeah. G55. Yeah, and so, Sean and Eric, do you have any situation like that where best friend and roommate? No, you're keeping it clean. It's Wichita.
Yeah.
And with the legal banking world and everything, the last thing you need talked about in Wichita. There goes the business. As opposed to California, where everyone just expects you to be filthy.
Right.
I-26. What is that? Oh my gosh, you have a little Lewis.
I got it in honor of Lewis. It's
Look
little
at
Diaz
Lewis,
de los
look at
Muertos cat.
Look, who is it?
It's a Diaz de
cat?
los Muertos cat.
Well,
Well, Diaz de los Muertos, the Hispanics, where we say hello to everybody that's passed away.
Look
But
at Lewis is looking. Look at Lewis. You see? Yeah, he's like, where'd you put the treats, old lady?
I'll give this to you next time I see you.
Right. Oh, I would love that. Wouldn't you love that? And then I'll let Lewis play with it for a minute and a half. It looks inflatable. Oh, no way. Is there already a bingo? Oh, boo.
Oh, wow.
That's the only problem with this whole thing is that people keep interrupting me with bingos, Hey, hello. So, Chris, hello.
Hi.
So that was quite a conversation. I mean, I think I did pretty well considering nobody had an interesting job.
But you made it sound great.
Oh, who has an interesting job though is Robert, who works at Disney. And he has all things Disney. And he has all sorts of his whole house is Disney. How many years have you worked for Disney, Robert?
January 31st will be 25 years.
Wow.
25. You started when I was 4. Do the math, right? So that's fantastic. And now I heard they just shut down because of COVID. I heard this on the news.
Disneyland Singapore shut down.
Oh, wow.
And that's not where you work?
No, I'm in Anaheim, Orange County.
And that's not near Singapore?
No.
Is it near Wichita?
Oh,
This is why we don't have you on more, Robert. We're trying to tie things together, sweetheart. Okay, try to. Okay. Well, we'll talk to you later and just work on that. Try to think. Okay, no, hold on. We got to find the share winner first.
That's
the first time I remember that in 107 bingos.
Wow. That was impressive.
I know. That was the first time
I'm almost
ever
speechless.
in 107.
Is somebody standing in front of you holding a cue card? Like, this is awkward. That's great.
That was a moment of clarity. You know, that happens. Those moments of clarity, they come. So hang on. While you're doing that, I'm going to get the balls back in the thing here. So that's exciting.
Our share winner, by the way, is friends with Barbara Klein. I think I actually just met our share winner, Dawn Clark, on a cruise I was on. So that was kind of interesting.
You on a cruise?
I was on a Virgin cruise, and I saw Barbara and Dawn on the cruise.
How ironic!
So that's kind of funny that they're the share winner.
Isn't that something? So they won the share thing, and what do they win again? They win a.
So they're getting a gift certificate for the Redbubble store, so they can do their holiday shopping.
Isn't that nice for holiday shopping, or maybe just for Halloween shopping?
Yes, that could be planning.
Anything, Chris. Don't limit people. Don't limit people. Let people, think outside the box once in a while, Chris. Come on.
All kinds of things. Valentine's Day, whatever it might be.
Right, Valentine's Day. Kwanzaa. You never know.
Or they could buy something nice and send it to the winner of Game 2, George from Atlanta.
Oh, I love Atlanta. I haven't been to Atlanta for years. I used to play the Plaza in the Highlands. And so we want to come back. What's his name again?
It's George C. from Atlanta.
Oh, it's like we're in AA.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Now we've got something very, very fun. I need to have everybody on the screen. So I'm going to give Joe a minute to press all the magic buttons because we're going to do a little Halloween dance and get everybody up and moving around. We only have one more game, and it's actually a really quick game. So everybody, first of all, Sean and Eric have agreed to make the dance a little more interesting. It's kind of a brief dance. It's only a minute. So it's not like one of Kendra's songs, that's running on, she puts 8 songs together. It's not that. It's not like a ride at, it would be more like a ride at Disney, right, Robert? About 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And you've waited in line for 50 minutes. This is perfect. This is like Disneyland. This is perfect. So everybody stand up, get ready to go. I want to see everyone. Stand up too. And we're all going to stand up and we're going to get ready to dance. And I've got a special Halloween song for you all. Okay, a Halloween song. Everybody ready? And are your zippers ready, guys? Sean and Eric? You ready? Okay. And then Angela, keep everything on. Okay, don't get mixed up. Yeah, ladies, we're keeping everything on. Kendra, keep everything on. Michael, feel free to get naked. And then, look at Craig and Ginger. And so, okay, everybody ready?
You are in my house. You are in my blood. You're a loving host. I'm a party host. Hey, let's do it. Don't everybody drink me. Just one cream. Party sugar.
Oh my God.
You're sexy.
That's it. Wow. Everybody did a real nice job of participating. I was mostly watching Eric and Sean, who were really doing an interesting interpretation of that song. I have to say, I was really impressed because I wasn't sure what you were going to do with it, being from Wichita and everything. But I have to say, it wasn't bad. I've seen worse. Yeah. So hang on a minute. I got to get organized. There we go. Because we only have one game left. You can keep everybody up for just a minute. because we only have one game left, and we've got a few minutes. We're fine. Don't worry about it. This is actually going to kind of be a fast game because it's just going to be boo bingo. Boo. Okay, bingo. And that means it's just bees for boo. Okay, just. Oh, God. Good job, ladies. There you go. There. Got somebody. Yvonne just threw up. So anyway. I mean, it sounds the same, even though she's, that's why I can't have them in the house. I would have them inside so you could have them on camera, but they get sick pretty much every week. And and the linoleum floor, I have linoleum off my trailer, and then it's a little tilted, so then all the vomit runs to one side. It's just real MESS, let me tell you. So now we haven't spoken. We have to speak. First of all, here's Lewis again. Here he is. Hello. So we haven't talked to Angela and Craig yet. So let's get Angela and Craig on board for Boo Bingo. We've gone only with couples. And Craig, are you alone in the world? Is it just you, darling? Is it all just you?
It's just me. Happily
I can't
single.
believe that. Because even those guys in Wichita found someone. Isn't that something? I know. There you are down in the fabulous Baton Rouge area. Are you in the greater Baton Rouge area or are you in Baton Rouge?
The greater Baton Rouge.
So that could be it. You should move into wow, look at that. Where is he? Oh, that's you. That was Lewis behind me. And it's Angela. I'm so used to I don't drink alcohol, but I took a Pamprin with codeine before we started, and I am loopy. I don't know about the rest of you. Have you ever tried that, Angela?
No.
Pamprin with codeine. You must. Sometimes I split with Lewis, and I give him half, and then the party really starts. You know what I'm saying? B2, everybody. B2. We're only doing B's, okay? Just the B's. And so now Angela, actually, Craig, you and I are the only two single ones here tonight. Because Angela also has someone very special. By the way, Angela and Craig are two people who help us often if we're ever having a problem getting a guest on. They'll say, I'll just be home. I'll be ready to go, and which is super, super nice. We appreciate that. And Angela is a teller at a credit union, which is
boring.
So much more interesting than a bank attorney. I think anyway. So thank you for showing up and bringing up the interest a little bit more, because you are there. And are people still going into the bank these days? B13.
They are. I just needed a change being at the casino for 15 years. I wanted something more that would free me up.
Because the casino tied you down? Was it?
Yes, because I worked afternoons, weekends, holidays. I missed out.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, it never closes. So
ever?
No, the only time it closed was during the pandemic. So that was a nice
little. So when something drops on the floor, you don't want to eat it.
No.
No, not if some places open 24/7. Yuck. Wow, what do the bathrooms look like? Anyway, B15. So you were a teller there, or you were at the casino, and
I was
now
a slot attendant at the casino, yes, and then I left, and I now work at a local credit union, and we actually just won our pumpkin decorating contest, which was kind of cute. It was Cinderella's carriage,
and the credit union
that was all blinged out like my glasses.
Was it a contest that the entire did the credit union do the contest?
Yeah, different branches,
Oh.
So we won lunch.
Oh, you won. Oh, different branches. Oh, and your branch won.
Yes.
Oh, which is a real source of pride for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, well.
I mean, when you're living in the greater Buffalo area, we got a lot of people living in some interesting areas. Wichita, the greater Buffalo area, the greater Baton Rouge area.
You know what, though? We do have Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is gorgeous.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? I've not heard of it. Is it not? It's nice? Okay.
You've never heard of Niagara Falls?
B5.
Also, I met I met Charlie Hyde, and she said to say hi. He said to say
Oh,
hi.
Charlie Hyde. Yeah, Charlie Hyde, our friend. We're friends. I mean, we don't know each other that well, but we see each other from time to time on cruise ships. Oh, he found his treats. Oh, geez. We see each other from time to time, and he's still doing bingo as well.
Yeah, well, he had a reunion bingo last week, so it was like a Zoom thing.
Oh, a Zoom. Oh, how old-fashioned and fun. I bet that was, it's like the 1920s again. B8. Yeah. B8. That's fantastic. If you see him again, tell him I said hello. We don't really talk unless we see each other professionally. Yeah, I love your cat. Your cat is beautiful. What kind of cat is that?
She's a diluted tortie.
Oh, she's pretty. I had a tortie.
Her name is Wiley.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And I have one in the other room, but she's hiding. So, well, not hiding.
That's like
I have another toddler.
No.
How can we have a bingo? I didn't call another number. This just seems not right. Okay, so I think there's a little delay in the broadcast sometimes. Well, hang on a minute. We got to finish talking to these people. So now, and your husband, is he around?
He was going to call in today because we needed a new dishwasher, but it's not coming till tomorrow. So he is protecting our borders.
Oh, that's right. And he's probably working on that dangerous Canadian border.
Super dangerous. It's
and
dangerous because of the river.
Border, well, the challenge there is you got to keep people in. You got to keep people back. Yeah, in the Mexican border, keeping people out. In the Canadian border, they're trying to keep Americans in. They're putting a fence up just to try to keep people from leaving the country. Oh, so I hear anyway. I don't know. That's what I hear.
Well, I mean, in this area, you're not familiar with Niagara Falls, but there's a deadly river that separates Canada and New York. So.
Oh, I don't think of anything in Canada as deadly. That's interesting.
The river, it's called the Niagara River, but there's like class 4 or 5 rapids. So you're not making it across if you try.
I got to write that down because we maybe, after next Tuesday, we could all be heading that direction. So you never know, right? So I'm going to get your husband to smuggle me into Canada if we can, if he doesn't mind. He's got time, So there's got to be a Richfield, Canada somewhere. And then I have to find out now, Craig, we have to see your animal, your beautiful animal. Where is
sitting right here? I don't know where she went.
Is she a dog or is she a cat?
Ginger's a kitty cat. My Devon Rex.
Oh, we'll go find her. We will wait. We will wait. We will wait. We'll get Chris to announce the winner. Come on, Chris. And then while he's announcing the winner, we're gonna find that cat. Because if it was a dog, it wouldn't be a big deal. But if it's a cat, we're gonna wait. The broadcast can wait. All right, so let's find out who is the winner, Chris.
Our extra lucky winner in just 5 numbers from Minneapolis is Christopher Scott. Do you know Christopher Scott?
Oh, I know Christopher Scott. I wonder if Kendra and Michael know. I do know who that is. Oh, that's fantastic. And just wait, excuse me, Chris. Look at the kitten. Oh, Angela, look how pretty. Oh, she is beautiful. How old is she?
She is 7.
Oh my gosh, she looks like a little kitten. Wow, and she's not heavy at all.
No, she's very small. Very, very
Show
small.
her to Lewis. Lewis, look over here. Look over here. Look how thin that cat is. Wow. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Oh, I love kitties. And she is a special one. Okay, so now we have to celebrate, though, because someone from Minneapolis won bingo. So, hot dog, we got a winner. Woo!
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, it is that time. I want to remind you that the next bingo is when is it? November. It's Holiday Balls Bingo. Now you stay up here. Holiday Balls Bingo on November 28th. That's Monday, right after Thanksgiving. And I want to thank all of you for making this so special. It's been kind of silly. I'm in a weird mood. But can you also bring on everybody else? I want to thank Ken and Michael. So great to see you guys. Friends of mine for so many years. Eric and Sean for putting up with us and getting naked. Angela, you're always here for us. And Robert and Eddie, I have nothing to add that I didn't already say. And Craig, thank you so much. Oh, look at the lineup, pumpkin, and everything. Now, we're going to spell this now. Everybody ready? Get your spelling arms up. Here we go. Oh, my God, I'm stuck. L is for the way you look at me. What's next? Oh, it's for the only one I see. Do this one with the left. Woo! It's very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh. Love was made for me and you. And you. And you. And you. Love you all. Good night. Good night, everyone. Bingo
makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab